collective, this is going to go way better than you anticipated it and expected, okay? Some of you guys here, you about to have an interview, or you're going into an interview, and the whole time you ace the interview that you about to get the job. And you got all that anxiety, all that fear, the whole time you didn't got the job. Some of y'all, you can have a lot of anxiety because you guys are going to be being put on the spot. For some of y'all, there's going to be something that you're going to be doing in front of others or showcasing in front of others, and something is going to go better than anticipated. This could be you worried about maybe what people are thinking. You wonder what people are going to say, and you know you're putting yourself out there, and then you finally do it. You put yourself out there, and the whole time something goes better than what you anticipated it. It's going to have you feel, I should have been did this. For some of you, there could be something doing where, like, you may think something is not going to be invested into. So let's say you may sell a product, or you know, you may be trying to start something up, whether this is a business, or you think that you're not going to be perceived well. You think that something's not going to do well, or it's not going to sell, or it's not going to grow. And then you start to see growth and something going way better than what you even thought it was going to go. So that's what's going on here for some of you guys. Somebody's putting themselves out there. Somebody's putting themselves in front of the things that they want. Somebody could be putting themselves out there as far as putting your business out there, promoting yourself, you know, and there is, of course, eyes going to be on you, or there will be some type of attention that's going to be on you, and you kind of afraid and got all this overwhelming energy and these feelings. And then when you actually do it and you actually start to see people, you know, being receptive to it, or whatever you looking for is being receptive to whatever you're doing, you're going to be like, wow, like, this actually went very well, you know. Sometimes this can even be something that you almost gave up on, or almost like left out in the cold for some of you, or it's kind of like backed yourself out last minute. You almost kind of like self-sabotage, backed out, oh, maybe I shouldn't go. It's going to be a lot of eyes on me. So you kind of got, so whatever this is, something is amazing. I think you're going to be taken back just how something is being perceived, or being, you know, other people being receptive to it. I think you're going to be taken back. So that's the good news that's going to be coming in for a lot of you guys here. This is something that's coming towards you, headed towards you. Some of you can even be in this bliss right now, okay? Some of you guys here, somebody has a lot of anxiety here, or they're overwhelmed because they see a lot of positive things happening for you. Now, for some of y'all, this is a situation where something could have even worked out for you more than another person expected it to, right? There is something that you guys were going after, or there was something that you guys were doing, and maybe there was another person where, like, maybe y'all could have started things up together, or maybe this person had their own stuff going on, you had your own stuff going on. There's something here where maybe somebody could have gave up on something here with this Seven of Pentacles in reverse, where somebody could have been putting a lot of effort in, but they could have eventually gave up on something. They could have left something out in the cold. And for some of y'all, this could be something that maybe you didn't leave out in the cold. You kept on going. You kept on putting some type of effort in, and something ended up going in your favor. There's some type of wish fulfillments happening. There's some type of blessings happening because you stuck through to something here. And maybe another person didn't stick it through. They was putting the effort in, they was putting the work in, but eventually they kind of gave up on it, or eventually they just left it out in the cold, even if it wasn't for a long time. But somebody just has left something out in the cold, and they're seeing something work out for you. And this, and whatever's working out for you, is making this person like, dang, I wish I would have kept going. You know, like, this is like, you know, for instance, school, right? For school, you trying to get that degree, you got to do 4 years. Somebody was, you know, they did their first year, maybe even first 2 years, even 3. They gave up last minute, and you soared on, you know, you got that degree, and they looking at you like, dang, I wish I would have kept going and never backed out, because now, you know, collective is crossing that finish line, right? That threshold. Some of you even be losing weight. You losing weight, you know, you stuck through it. Maybe another person, they ain't really stick to it. You stuck through it, and now they seeing the results. They're like, dang, I should have just kind of stuck it out. I could be right here with collective in its bliss. So I'm not necessarily getting the negative energy from it, but somebody's looking at something that's happening for you, and whatever this is, something end up going better than expected. Like, at the time, you know, maybe when you were sticking it through, or whatever this is, they couldn't really see it, but then over time, they was actually able to see the hard work paying off. So that's what's going on here for some of y'all. Maybe there's something that's working out for you that another person, like, dang, I wish I would have just stayed on my P's and Q's. I wish I would have did this, wish I would have did that, because I'm looking at collective and I'm seeing them past that, you know, that threshold, or they're passing this or passing that, and something's going in their favor and they're receiving a lot of blessings. Some of y'all, you're receiving a lot of compliments on something, you know, and somebody's seeing you in this energy. It's nothing negative. They're just like, they're acknowledging like, dang, I really probably should have stuck this through. So you could even be motivating someone or inspiring someone to like get back to doing something that they love, or get back to trying to put the effort into, you know, if there's some type of challenge that they're trying to overcome, you're inspiring this person to keep going because they're seeing what could happen or what's possibly on the other side if they actually hang in there, right? So that's what's going on here for some of you guys. So you're being an inspiration for somebody, okay? Moving forward here, so some of you guys here, there's definitely this situation where there's definitely some drama in the workplace here for some of y'all. Now, a lot of you guys here, this could be somebody where they only care about the money, or they like, this is like something. Now I'm getting a bunch of messages here, okay? Some of y'all, there could be coworkers that's mad that you only care about money. They get mad that you come in every day, you do your job, and you want to go home. Somebody does not like that. Like, they like, oh, they think they too good, or they think they can't do that, they can't do that. And some of y'all, you just trying to come in. I'm hearing you just trying to do your job. I'm getting that TikTok where it's like, did you just call me baby? Young man, I'm just doing my job. I know y'all seen that TikTok or something like that. You just be trying to do your job here, okay? Some of you guys here, there could even be somebody where, you know, this is just for the ones where this resonates with, all right? This is something where it's like, I think I love her. Gucci y'all on me. Gucci y'all on me. Gucci y'all on me. I think I love her. Okay, there may be something like this here. Some of y'all, depending on what you do for work, of course, but somebody could be mistaken for something, right? Like, something could be business, right? But another person is falling in love on their end, and it's like, this is just strictly business for me. You're falling in love. We ain't doing this. No emotions in this. That's kind of what this energy is giving. So for some of you, there also may even be some type of situation where somebody is falling in love with you, and you just trying to stick to the business, or they don't realize this is business, right? You know how, like, for instance, people make conversations with you when they do business and things like that, you know, and you tip them at the end, right? You'll be having a conversation with them thinking like, oh, we becoming cool. I talk to her all the time, or I talk to him all the time. We becoming cool. Then you realize, oh, this is just their job. They're just doing their job, right? That's what this situation is. Some of y'all, you may just be doing your job, and somebody may be kind of taking things the wrong way, where they thinking like, oh, I got a chance, or oh, this person really like me, or I don't know why I'm getting that thing. What was that girl when she was like, it was a TikTok or whatever, and she was like, she basically was saying her therapist was her friend, and she was like, she called her therapist up, and her therapist was like, I'm not your friend, I'm your therapist. But she felt like that was her friend, even though it wasn't. It was her therapist. So for some of you, it can even be something like this, where it's almost like somebody kind of getting things kind of confused. You know, they ain't seen the fine print, the fine line. They're kind of getting things confused. So you may just be doing your job, but another person, they think it's something else. They may be thinking like, okay, this is, you know, they like me back, or this is love, or they into me. You may not be. Or for some of you, somebody may, like I said, going back to the therapist for an example, you know, somebody may think y'all friends the whole time. You're just doing your job. You know, you're just a therapist. You know, it could be something like this here, right? So I'm trying to keep it as general as possible, but somebody that could be what's playing out for some of you, okay? Others of you guys, you could just be caring about your money, worry about yourself, and people don't like that. They don't like the fact that you stay to yourself, you keep to yourself, you here to come in, come out, okay? Also, there can even be something about people pocket watching you here as well, and this is people in the workplace, like people in the workplace pocket watching you, even though probably y'all make the same checks, you know. There's something about here, people that, okay, collective only care about money, collective only care about how they look. People could think that you're self-centered in your workplace, because they feel like you only care about the things that you want. I mean, I don't know, it's almost, and it's like at least 3 people. Like, there's like a group of people, like they all associate with each other at work, and you're the topic of their conversation. For some of y'all, like, it's just they be trying to find an issue with y'all. That's just for the ones where this resonate with, okay? You do have people, it's like 3 of them, and they're trying to find an issue with you, okay? Some of y'all here, this can be a situation where, like, there's a job that doesn't care about the people's well-being. They don't care about the people in the company well-being. They only care about what people are producing here. There's some type of justice being brought, okay? Like, there's something here where it's like people have been complaining, they have been putting complaints in, or there's something here where, like, somebody about to be hit where they hurt, because or it's gonna make somebody straighten up, because somebody only cares about producing something. They don't care about their employees. They, you know, things like that. Like, this is kind of giving, like, having people come in and work under cold weather, or having people come in and work under very hot weather. Don't have any fans, don't have no water. It's almost like, but wanting them to work hard and da 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 da, all that. It's something like this here that's going on, where you're gonna be getting justice for it. Okay, for some of you guys, some of you're gonna I don't know why I'm getting, you're gonna be being moved to a different position, or like a different department. That's for small for you guys. It's not for everybody, but for some of y'all, if there's some type of issue that you're dealing with, you're gonna get an easier position where you're not gonna have to worry about as much workload, or there's gonna be something where you're gonna be put in a different department. Whatever that department you're in is gonna be better than where you were at before. That's for a small few. Okay, so that's what's going on here. All right, now there's definitely some type of energy here for some of you guys where somebody underestimated you when it comes to your creative thinking, when it comes to your ideas, when it comes to the things that you is what get the boat moving. Okay, you the engine that get everything up and started, you get everything up and running. You are like the foundation of something here, and I don't think somebody considered that when they were moving how they were moving, or they just didn't consider that in general. Okay, somebody did not appreciate you. Okay, now this is take this how it resonates here for some of y'all, right? Somebody did not appreciate you. You were the idea. Like, I don't know what I'm getting. Y'all were like the catalyst. Like, you would come up with these crazy ideas, or somebody used your ideas, where it's almost like, I guess the best way you can use this is, do I want to use them as an example? I don't know. But this is given like one person has the money and resources, one person has the ideas, right? They have the creative thinking, you know, and working together, it's a power team, it's a power unit. It could be something like this here. Somebody did not appreciate you. Somebody didn't appreciate what you were bringing to, and some of y'all, this could even be a job as well, but for some of y'all, this is just in general. Somebody did not appreciate what you brought, the ideas that you brought, the things that you came up with. This could be somebody like downplaying your part, right? For another example, this could be you being a stay-at-home mom, or, you know, and somebody may have to work and you may not have to work, but they think it's all peaches and cream until they gotta do it, and then they realize, like, oh snap, you know. So it could even just be where there's something here where somebody downplayed your part until they had to take up your space, right? So let's say somebody felt you wasn't doing something, right? You removed yourself. Now they're seeing what part you play. Oh, wow, I don't know what to do. Collective used to do this part. Collective came up with the ideas for this. Collective used to be the one that planned this out and mapped this out. Collective used to have this put together. Now I got to do it. Now I don't know where to start. I can't even think of something. You know what I'm saying? They're sitting over here pondering, trying to think of something. They would have been had it if you were there. And then, you know, for some of you, the star card is being here. You know what this is also giving? This can also be somebody did not appreciate you being creative. And they thinking that something is, you know, this is like that song. I guess you can use it as an example. This is like that celebrity that got a hit song, but the label don't want to put the song out because they don't think it's a hit song. And then that person put that song out anyways, and it's a hit. This is what this is giving. It's almost like they didn't see the value in something that you were doing. Or they didn't see the value in your creative thinking, your creative idea, the things that you could come up with. They didn't see the value. They thought they already cast this as something that wasn't going to be successful. It's not gonna have a strong longevity, right? This is somebody that kind of already thought that until they started seeing you shining. Okay, so that's what's going on here for some of y'all. Take a resonate, leave it doesn't. Apply to how apply to your situations for the ones where it do resonate. But that's what's going on here. You know, you do have a person where it's almost like they didn't value, or they didn't see the value in the things that you were interested in, and then something ended up working out for you, and it's very shocking, you know, very shocking. Others of y'all, this is a situation here where you removed yourself, and somebody thought that your position or the part that you played in their life or the role that you played was so small until you left and removed yourself. Until they realized that they don't have this now. They don't got that now. They don't know who's going to do this. They don't know who's going to do that. They can't figure things out until they started to realize that. And then y'all are managing. Like, let's say you did leave whatever the situation is. You're managing while another person's trying to figure things out. So that's what's going on. You healing over here with the star card. You doing good. You being content. You know what I'm saying? You're rejuvenating. Things are starting to look up. Even if things could have started off rocky for you at first. Stuff is starting to speed up for you. Things are starting to float. Okay? You know what I'm saying? This is this energy here. So the cat got somebody's tongue okay? Real bad, okay? So we're moving on here, collective. Now, there's definitely the situation here for some of you guys where you're going to be receiving some type of clarity here for some of y'all. This is going to be some type of clarity when it comes to your career for some of you guys. Somebody is waiting for some type of feedback. Now, I got an interview earlier. So some of y'all, like I said, if there's an interview or something like that, you're going to be getting this interview. But this is like an offer letter, or somebody's waiting for some type of feedback. Whatever this feedback is, it's like, did you get accepted? You know, you put this offer letter in. Is they're accepting you for this or that? It's almost like you're waiting for some type of acceptance for some of y'all. Not for all, but for the ones we resonate with. I'm seeing you're going to get some type of clarity. This can be talking about you've been waiting for some type of message. Like you're antsy. Like you waiting on another person to get back to you. Like let's say you waiting on another person to get back to you. You're very antsy. They're going to get back to you, okay? It's like, okay, I'm waiting for them to call me back and update me, or this, that. You're antsy about something that's coming in for some of y'all, so you're going to be receiving that message, that call, that email. You know, you're going to be getting that clarity for some of you guys, or just seeing, this is like, okay, I can't move forward until I get this answer. You're going to get the answer and be able to move forward. So that's what's going on here for some of y'all. So take resonate, leave a dozen when it comes to that, all right? Some of you guys here, you're doing stuff yourself. Instead of asking other people to do something, you're doing something yourself. Now, for some of y'all, this is almost given where it's like, whatever you're doing for yourself that you could have been asking other people, you really could have needed other people for a situation, but instead you found another source. For instance, let's say you probably needed somebody to give you a ride. Instead of asking this person for a ride, you decided to take the bus, or you decided to Uber. You just took matters into your own hands. You may wanted this person to cook. Instead of asking this person to cook, you just went and got you something to eat. Whatever you're doing here, people are seeing it. It's almost like, okay, they're not asking me this. They're doing that instead. It's almost like you could be taking the long way when you could take the shorter way, but a lot of y'all, you're taking a long way for a reason. I don't think y'all be taking a long way if y'all didn't have to, unless you just stubborn. Some of y'all, you is stubborn. I see y'all out here, you know what I'm saying? But for some of you, this is almost like I'll do it, don't worry about it, right? But then when everything is like, what's that saying where it's like, what's that saying where, I don't know if it was like the rooster turkey or something, where they bake the bread, like the animal baked the bread in the oven, all the rest of the animals didn't want to contribute, but then when the bread was done, they wanted to eat the bread. Whatever that saying is, for some of you, if you know that saying, put it down below. I'm getting that, but I don't know the exact quote unquote saying. That's what I'm getting here. There's something here, maybe you was trying to make this bread, right, collective? Nobody else wanted to help you. Nobody else wanted to help you make this bread, so you started doing everything yourself. And then when the bread was made, at the end, everybody wanted to slice, even though everybody didn't contribute. That's what's literally going on for some of y'all, where it's almost like you didn't ask nobody for nothing, or you stopped asking people for stuff. You decided to do it yourself. And then when you actually got the results that you wanted in the end, that's when everybody want to come. It's like, you wanted to ride, instead you took the bus, and now you got your car. You ain't got to get nobody a ride. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody to hold the camera up so you can do your TikTok dance. For the ones of you doing TikTok dances, they don't want to hold the camera up. Now you got a tripod or some type of gadget or something. Now you don't need nobody. Now they want to be the one to hold the phone, but you don't need nobody to do that now. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like whatever you needed people for, you don't need them for it anymore. Like when you needed it, they wasn't there. They wasn't available. And if some of y'all, like I said, this is like somebody taking a long way when they don't have to, but the short way wasn't available, so you had no choice but to take the long way. So for some of y'all, it's almost given where it's like they could have, but they didn't want to, and whatever situation is, okay? So yeah, people ain't help bake this bread with you. They didn't help put this effort in, but they want to be able to eat this bread. You know, you done cut your loaf up, you got about 14 slices, and you like, well, if I do give you anything, it may be the end bread. Like, some of y'all, they can't even get that, collective. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's going on here, collective. I'm definitely seeing where people are seeing something where it's almost like they're not asking me. They went and got their own. Or they not. It's almost like you're not waiting for the people. Like, that can also be another thing when people think that you're going to wait for them, or not even just wait for people like this company. Oh, they're going to stay here and wait for us to promote them. No, you're not. You're going to go somewhere else and put your effort in somewhere else, and they're going to promote you. It's almost like people thought that they had some type of fate in their hands, where it's like, oh, they, you know, thought they were going to stay here for me to promote them. I guess they go and find a new job and, you know, put their skills elsewhere. And then they hearing about you doing good. You got a nice position. Are you doing better than what you were where you were at? It's getting back to the word of mouth. Oh, I remember they used to ask me for rides, but now they got their own car. They ain't even got to ask me for no ride no more. Okay. They solve their own problems. You know, I used to ask, well, can they do this and do that? You know, they couldn't do it. They're saying no. And they saying you went and got it yourself, and now you ain't even asking no more. So, yeah. Some of y'all could be becoming more independent. So until next time, bye.